everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Mind Reprogrammer. Today I want to talk about a topic, and this one is a kind of interesting one. It's about reincarnation and karma. You see, if you did watch the last video, I'll put the link down below. I spoke about how to connect to God. And not only did I speak about how to connect to God, but I spoke about how in order for us to develop that connection to God, we need to connect to ourselves. And the way for us to begin to connect to ourselves is through the soul. And I've been pondering and thinking about the soul. And as I've been thinking about the soul, I was in meditation the other day and this topic came to me, and it came to me through a quiet space when I was meditating. And it came through the idea of how does reincarnation work when we have a soul? And this is what I wanted to speak about today. So, if you are a religious person, you might have heard of this idea or this place called heaven, a place where you go when you die, a place where you get to exist for eternity with the Creator, and it's paved in gold. If you're a Muslim person, you have paradise, and if you're Hindu, you've got moksha, all of these places. Now, I do believe in these places, but I also believe that as a soul, we cannot just stay in eternal paradise forever. Because as a soul who is on the journey back to the totality of itself. Because you see, my understanding, and a really good film that kind of encaptures the idea I'm talking about is a Disney film, I believe, called Soul. I believe that film has a good idea of what I'm trying to explain today. So if you are watching the video and you go on Disney, go check out the film Soul. It's a good idea. But like I'm saying, as a soul who is on a journey back to the Creator, because that's another belief I have. I believe that when we were created by the Creator, our soul was formed. And this soul was formed for one purpose only, to discover and to learn who it is in truth. And the best way for the soul to be able to do that is to come into a physical body and to experience life through experiences, through arguments, through fighting, through death, through grief. You see, all of these things are things that I believe, and these are my personal opinions, but I believe that the soul enters into the body to come and have experience of creation. Because when you're in a physical body, the energy that a soul is, it's so light, it's so ethereal. When you enter into a body, it's more dense, it's more heavier. And because it's more heavier, it's more easier for you to begin to have experiences with other people. So my understanding of the soul and reincarnation is that every time we finish a process called life, I believe personally that we go back again to the other side, whether you want to call it the afterlife, spirit, heaven, the astral world, whatever you want to call it that. We go back there, we sit down, and I mean this metaphorically, we sit down and we evaluate our life. We evaluate the experiences we had. We evaluate the drama, we evaluate the fight, we evaluate everything, and we extract learning. Because that's what I've said it before. We come into this physical vessel to have an experience of learning. Check out the other video I made, 6 things you forgot before you were born. You know, we come into this physical body to have experiences. When you come into this body, someone's going to offend you. Someone's going to make you angry. Your mum and dad is going to fight you. Your cousin's going to do something to you that's what you would class as unforgivable. All of these are experiences for our soul. And when you get to a certain level of realization or a certain level of belief, you begin to have experiences that begin to justify this. But let's keep on this topic of reincarnation. You see, I'm originally from Nigeria, where my grandparents are. And in the African culture, reincarnation is a very big belief. And in many cultures, reincarnation is a massive belief. This idea that we come back again, but we come back through different people, we come back through different aspects. I don't personally believe that the human soul comes back as an animal. I don't believe in that. But I do believe that as human beings, as spiritual beings, we enter into the flesh. And whilst we're in the flesh, we have experiences. And whilst we're having these experiences as a soul and we're entering the physical body, we go through things, we experience things. And in the African culture, I've been doing some research on it. I realized that there are certain names in the culture that actually speak to this belief of reincarnation. So an example is a name called Yetunde or Babatunde. You see, that Tunde part, from my understanding of it, means that you have come back again. But the question is, who has come back again? And my understanding is that it's that person's soul that has come back again. Even in the Ghanaian culture, I've been told as well that they believe in this idea of reincarnation. It's only in the Western world where religion has come into the place that we don't necessarily believe in reincarnation anymore. I'm even going to take it one step further. Even in the Bible, and correct me if I get this wrong, because I'm sure people in the comments box will let me know. Jesus was speaking to John, and there's this idea of Jesus and John being Elisha and Elijah. And he speaks about a specific verse in the Bible that actually confirms that John may have been Elijah or Elisha. I can't really get it mixed up. I get it mixed up, but stay with me on that concept. Now, if we are a soul, just stay with me for that. If we are a soul as an eternal being that's coming into physicality as a human being, and we're having experiences, this is where the idea of karma comes in. Because if you are a soul and you're consistently doing things to people, or people are doing things to you, all of these things have to be logged. And all of these things being logged, a beautiful word for that is called karma. But I want you to stay with me on this idea of karma, because some people use karma to make it sound like it's evil. I don't believe karma is evil. I believe karma is the natural order of existence. You see, there's an example that I've used in the past, and I speak about this I was talking about it with someone a few months ago, and I was speaking about how, imagine your whole incarnation is being recorded. So imagine right now every single thing you've done, every memory you've said, every thought you've had, which some people call the Akashic records, has been logged somewhere. When you finish an incarnation, all of those experiences are taken out and you're watched, you evaluate it. And when you evaluate it, you accrue points. And these points are called karma. And there is good karma and there's not so good karma. And the aim of your spirit, the aim of your soul is for you to begin to learn how to make sense of your karma so that eventually you can start to ascend up to higher realms of consciousness. And when you accrue your karmic points, the aim of accruing karma is for you to begin to realize that everything you do has a knock-on effect. So there's this idea of cause and effect, which I believe is real. If you hit someone, something happens. And if you shoot someone, something happens. Now, I'm not necessarily saying if you shoot someone, someone's going to shoot you back. But what I'm saying is that in another lifetime, which I do believe we will have, you may become the person that is shoot or is shot. So if you kill someone, in another lifetime, someone might kill you. And this is why sometimes when you look at different ideas and you look at different constructs of reality, a lot of people say, oh, that person's going to get their karma, or that person's going to get something that they wasn't necessarily expecting. Now, if you go on YouTube and you go on different places, I've researched this idea of reincarnation. And I want to just share a quick idea with some of you here today. And just comment below if it sticks or it doesn't stick. There was a young boy, and he was about the ages of between 3 and 5, I believe. And this young boy kept going to his mom and dad saying that he was somebody in World War II. And his mom and dad wasn't necessarily believing him because they thought, oh, what the hell is this young kid on? This young kid kept on saying to his parents, Mom, Dad, I am this person from the war. His parents ended up going to go check, and it ended up being that this person existed. Not only did this person exist, this young boy in this lifetime was able to explain what happened, the people he was with, and also the way that his life was lost. When they went to go check all of these records, all of these things were true. Please explain to me how that's possible. You see, sometimes I believe that creation as a whole leaves us little tiny clues. It leaves us little tiny pieces of cheese so that the rat can go find it or the mouse can find it. And these little tiny things that happen for me give me that guarantee and that certainty that there's definitely more to life that we understand, and there's definitely more to life that we can even begin to comprehend. But the reason why I wanted to talk today about reincarnation and I wanted to talk about karma is for one reason only. It's because if you can begin to believe that as an individual who has a soul, that the opportunity for learning exists, and it's more than likely that you're going to come back. It's more than likely that I might even come back. It's more than likely that we're all going to come back and we're all going to play this drama called life, where your mum might be your dad, your brother might be your lover, your sister might be, and we're all playing this game called life, trying to understand ourselves through the eyes of the Creator. We can begin to understand how empowering it is. You see, some people believe that when they die, nothing happens. That's just it. I'm sorry to tell you, for me, that's a disempowering thought. Because I would like to believe that after I've accrued all of these experiences, I get to go back and learn and discover more. You see, I've always said it, this earth is a playground. It is a school, and it's where we learn how to become who we are in truth. And if you can begin to taking these beliefs, taking these ideas that actually maybe reincarnation is real. You see, don't believe anything I'm saying. Go research it yourself. You see, all I'm doing in these videos is just giving bite-sized information, and it's up to you to go do the deeper work, go do the deeper research. You see, go research reincarnation stories and come and tell me how they're real or fake. You see, I want you to come and comment down and put that actually that's bullshit, or actually maybe that's not true. I want you to let me know what your views are, because my understanding of the nature of reality is that reincarnation does exist. And we've had many, many lives. And that's why you see that some people, when you meet them, there's such a resonance between the two of you, you can't explain it. Some people, when you just see them, you're like, where do I know this person from? That could be a soul connection. That could be even deeper than that. You both could have played a game of reincarnation before, and you're playing this. You see, my belief is that everybody that I meet in my life, I've met them before in a different type of way, or I've met them through someone else. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that resonance, that connection. You see, it's important for you to begin to realize that these ideas I'm giving you are just things that we can be used to reprogram our mind. Because I want you to be able to reprogram your mind so that your mind can begin to serve you rather than disempower you. Because when you're in authority and your mind is working the best and highest way it can be working, certain disorders will not affect you. If anything I've said today resonates, this topic for me was one that it came through me, but I'm not sure how I delivered it. But anyhow, just leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Thank you so much always for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. Have an amazing day. Thank you.